Just Add Cooking is a recipe kit delivery subscription service that is hyper local. We don't mail boxes across the country. We deliver boxes with all the ingredients pre-proportioned to make a meal in 20 minutes on a weeknight. But we do it by courier, we do it by bike, and we're not sending a lot of extra packaging. Just Add Cooking started about 4 years ago. Our founders are from Sweden, and their recipe kits were very popular. So when they came to the United States, they thought, there are a lot of working families and couples. Why aren't people eating like this? There's a lot of food waste, there's a lot of time and thought and preparation that goes into cooking. Americans really shouldn't be stressing so much about dinner. And this is a way to make dinner easier and to actually know what's going into your food. Because you can spend 30 minutes waiting for takeout or getting delivery, or you can spend 30 minutes making a meal and actually know what you're putting on the table. And so they came up with this concept when meal kits hadn't been heard of in the United States. So what you do is you sign up for a subscription online, and then each week you go onto the website and you look to see what menu offerings. Between 7 meals, you can choose a meal for 2 or 4 people, and you can choose either 3, 4, or 5 meals a week. And you go in each week, you select what meals you want. They arrive to your doorstep on Sundays or Mondays, depending on where you live. And then all your meals are ready to go for that week. There are a lot of differences between Just Add Cooking and some of the national boxes. First, we're not shipping your food across the country. We're packing it and delivering it the same day. If you get a box that's mailed to you, you get 10 pounds of of gel pack. With us, we send a very small amount because we're delivering it quickly. Our packaging is minimal. We also can talk to our customers because we live in the community where these customers live. So we have a relationship with the people who are actually eating our food. And we have a relationship with the people who are supplying our food. So we work on both ends, knowing who's supplying our food and who's eating our food. There's a lot of advantages of local. One, you know where your ingredients are coming from. You're supporting the community that you're living in. You know when we say our ingredients are fresh, we mean they're actually fresh. The fish that we're putting in our boxes were alive the day before we're putting them in your box. We're getting them right off the boat. We're supporting the local people who live in your neighborhood. They're the families that go to the same schools, that live down the street. We're helping them survive in the same way that we're nourishing your own body. So some of the local vendors that we work with, right now we're in the Boston Public Market, and so we're working really hard to build relationships with some of these amazing vendors that are here now. One of our biggest relationships is with Red's Best. They get the freshest fish and are delivering it to us daily. We also work with Boston Smoked Fish, Stillman Farms, and we just started a new relationship with Mills Pasta. We work with them, and we're always trying to do more relationships with them, and also other people who aren't in the market, like Alex's Ugly Hot Sauce. So we draw influence from all over the globe, but everything is convenient and easy. So we'll give you flavors of India without making you grind your own spices and toast them and take 2 days to cook it. We'll give you a meal that gives a nod to different countries in 30 minutes. But we have meals that come from our founders from Sweden. So next week we have an amazing Swedish meatball. My mother's from Korea, so we have some bibimbap coming in a couple of weeks. We have Indian foods. We have an Indonesian fried rice next week. So they're coming enough that we will give you a hint to your table so you don't have to order takeout every week. Compared to shopping yourself, it's actually much cheaper if you consider your food waste. There are ways to do budget shopping. You can eat beans and rice every week and you'll be much cheaper. But if you're eating the same quality of ingredient, if you're trying to shop locally and if you're trying to get the freshest, best ingredients, you're going to be spending more money, especially when you consider that this week we'll be sending out a zucchini relish and a fresh salsa, and we'll be sending out some herbs and some miso paste. If you went to the market and bought salsa and tomato and zucchini relish and miso paste and herbs, they would be sitting in your fridge probably until the end of days, until you realized that they had been in the back and you threw them out. So this way you actually are consuming the same quality at much less cost. No, you don't need to be an expert chef to use our boxes. We make these so that they please the palate of people who do understand food, but they're easy enough for the novice chef. My husband has literally burned a pot of boiling water, and it is his job to make these meals most nights, and he can do them in under 30 minutes. We do recommend that you know how to pick up a knife, but beyond that, my 3-year-old can literally make these meals. So one of the biggest advantages of Just Add Cooking is that we save you time. Preparing dinner is a difficult process. You have to shop, you have to plan, you have an idea of what you want to make, and then you go online and you research 20 different recipes hoping that it will turn out. You go to the grocery store, you walk down 10 aisles, you get to the car, you realize you forgot something, have to go back, or have to call someone to pick it up once you get home. We take all of that work out of it. There's no meal planning, there's no shopping. You can actually plan your meal 2 weeks in advance, it comes to your door, and then you spend that time doing other things that you need to do, playing with your kids, catching up on bills, or just sitting down and taking a breather. So we do all the work, and all you have to do is add the cooking.